prejudice. Wrote a song about it. Like to hear it? Here it go.
Free your mind.
We didn't have a choice. We was already doing for ourselves. Even with all the oppression, we were accomplishing things far greater than the black and blacks have done. They've done very little, except bring you the teaching, the belief, because that's all teachings is. I believe. We don't need to believe no more. We need to know.
And now, the breakdown.
Cars, campers, and jet skis, rings, diamonds, and G's, spa days and vacations. I can't describe all the joy that brings.
Alrighty then. Not going to go through, my usual introduction because I really don't expect this video to last that long. It's sort of like a rant video. I'm very, very angry and I'm very upset. And it should only take a few minutes to get all this out of my system. It's not really something to laugh at. There was a case, I believe it was in France a few years ago, maybe I would guess 6 years ago. Before I did this video, perhaps I should have looked that case up so I could more accurately tell you about it. I believe it was like 5 or 6 years ago. Many of us never even heard about it. But it was in France, and I believe it was the first time in legal or judicial history that somebody tried to sue the church. This person took their church to court and sued them for fraud. I don't know what happened. I think it went to trial or whatever, but the end result did not affect, of course, the church and religion or whatever. But it was the first time that somebody used the legal system and make those who make these claims about God and the Holy Ghost and the spirits and all this stuff, make them go to court and prove that what they're talking about has some type of credibility, or it's just a lie made up to either control me or get my money. I need to look up and find out what happened in that case. I don't really remember. I do remember that was happening. I don't know exactly what the end result or the conclusion of the case was. What was the verdict? I don't even really know if the church was put on trial. I don't even think that it made it that far. But for this video, for the purpose of this video, and I want to say this, and I want to make clear to all of you, because many of you believe in God, you believe in Allah, Yahweh, Jehovah, you believe in the prophets and Moses and Jesus and whomever. Y'all believe all this stuff. But you did not create it. You did not make it up. Somebody, not God, not Jesus, not Moses, none of these people came to you and sold you anything. Most of us, it was forced on us at birth. So you had, I know I didn't, I had no choice but to accept my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I did not know, when I was a little boy, I did not know nothing about Allah, and Prophet Muhammad, Bilal, or whoever. I only knew about my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and this bad guy called the devil. This was taught to me almost at birth. And they took me to a river and dumped my head in a real lake, and I was baptized, and I went through all that. This was forced on me. I had no choice. I was never told that this was a belief. It was taught to me as though God was real. Jesus is real. Moses was real. Nobody told me that there was a possibility that this might not be true. And I have the right to know that. This was forced on us. The Jesus character was forced on dark-skinned people by racists, and then our parents forced Jesus on us. It's all about forcing stuff on people. But God gives us free will. How can you have free will when your mind was stolen even before you was born? They were ready to indoctrinate you with this even before you could walk good. Now, so with that said, I want to say this and be as respectful as possible, because it's nothing against you personally, But these belief systems, these doctrines, these things, I guess there's no other way to say it. But see, y'all liars. You're liars. There was no Jesus. There was no Prophet Muhammad. There was no God that's going to do this and the floods and all this stuff that y'all talk about. Do you know what fraud is? Fraud is deception. And there's a reward to you when you deceive, like money. When you make a claim on an automobile, and this automobile does this and it does that, and you accept money, and this automobile does not live up to the claim, then you sold that person a lemon. Because the automobile does not do what the customer expected the automobile to do, which is simply take me to point A to point B. But this car has all kinds of problems, and you knew it. Most times they know. Sometimes you don't, but most times they know something was wrong with that car. They're trying to pawn it off on somebody. But y'all believers in God, I'm telling you, with good intent, whether you know it or not, you are a liar. And that's just the bottom line. And we should have a court. And we should be allowed to take you to court. When you told me that God is supposed to do this and God's supposed to do that for me, and when I find out that this God didn't and can't, you lied to me, and then you want me to give your God charity. And I put my $5 and $10 and I give in charity for this God. And it's all a lie. The only one I see getting rich is the preacher. I just heard a Muslim preacher talk about they take care of me. Talk about his followers. I'm a free man. They take care of me. But what about your followers? I can guarantee you some of them are drawing disability and using an EBT card, but he's a free man. Because he's selling the people that believe in these gods these dreams, this car. And when you get in that car, you'll find out that it's a lemon. You've been calling on God for thousands of years. This God and this Jesus and this Muhammad, all this stuff has yet to come and do anything for anybody. And I don't have to argue and debate with you. I want to take you to court. I want to take you to court and sue you for deception and fraud. And you will lose. And the church, regardless to your religion, these preachers and these pastors, they will lose by the billions and trillions of dollars. Because none of these pastors and preachers, you can talk all pretty and you can smile in people's face, but when you go to court, it's a whole different ball game. Because in court, in the legal system, it's all about proof. It's all about evidence, and you have none. You're a bunch of scam artists and liars. And you're taking the people for a ride. And you have been doing this for thousands of years, making slaves. They take care of me. I'm a free man. I can do what I want. So if they were not taking care of you, what would you be doing? How free would you be if you didn't have these slaves that believe in this lie you have told them, this deception? You need to get these preachers and these pastors and these ministers and all these fool folks, take them to court for deception and fraud. Deception and fraud because you taking my money from me. through deception, through lies. And that's the bottom line. Yes, I'm angry. Because the descendants of slaves born in America, the reason why you can't get your foot off the ground and the reason why you can't come up out of the grave is because you're locked in to this slave teaching. And you have been locked into that slave teaching for a long time. First, it was the lies that was taught to us by our slave masters. Now it's the lies that's taught by the pro-black preachers and teachers and historians and whatever. Take you to court. I'll meet you in court. You're a liar. Deceivers. So you got all this God. You got all this black pride and all this stuff that y'all talking about. What do you have? You have nothing but a lemon. You do have a car, but your car don't work. Your car don't have proper wheels. Your car can only go 20 miles an hour. Your car it needs all kinds of repairs because somebody sold you a clunker. You don't know how to pick the right car. And when you pick any kind of religion, when you pick any kind of spirituality, you have already picked a lemon. You've already picked the wrong car. It's not your fault. Like I said, all of us come from that place. But see, nature is good to us because nature gave you and me a brain. And when you allow your brain to begin to think for yourself, let your brain analyze, and you don't even need to go to court. Let your brain be the judge. Feed this, re-examine all these things that we have been taught, and let your brain figure things out. And you will come to the same conclusion that I have, that it is a dang shame that we allow ourselves to continue to be tricked and deceived all this time. The buck has got to stop here. We need to take these pastors and preachers and all these people talking all this God holier than thou stuff, take them to court and prove what they're talking about. I already know they can't prove nothing. Bunch of liars. And if you support that, you're a liar too. That's a shame.
Hey, where you going?
I'll be back, honey.
When I ask you a question, you answer.
They need that dollar. $2. They need it for real. Buy some clothes and some shoes for all them hungry children they make.
prejudice. Wrote a song about it. Like to hear it? Here it goes.
Free your mind.
I was having a problem with my sink. The water was not going down like it's supposed to do. Something was clogging the pipes, and it was getting worse and worse. I already prepaid. I will say this again. I already prepaid a plumbing service that's supposed to come out when I called them to fix the plumbing or whatever kind of issue I have with the plumbing. They took their time. They did not answer phone calls. I canceled my service. I canceled my service because I found out how to fix it myself. I reached out to those who might have knowledge of plumbing, told them of my problem, and then they began to give me advice. I took that advice. Now, there are those who ask for advice, but they really don't mean it. They're not interested. I guess it's just something, just to make conversation or something. They're not interested in your advice. But there are those who ask for advice who have no intent to use or care about anything that you say. It's just conversation. It's just something to do. Whenever you seek advice, we should keep our mouth shut or be sincere when we ask somebody, what is your advice? Apparently you need help, because if you didn't need the help, you wouldn't ask for the advice. In this situation, I want to unclog my sink. And when I first began to take the advice, it seemed as though it wasn't working. Now, many people, because when you get advice, it is slow or it seems like it's not working, you get frustrated, you get disappointed, you get even angry at the person that gave you the advice. This don't work, but you have not given a sincere effort at taking the advice. So, I was not disappointed. I was not frustrated. I continued to work at the advice a person gave me to unclog my sink. And it seems as though, and it's possible, that it would not work. This is the thing about advice. Sometimes it don't work. But we cannot say that until we give a sincere effort at the practice of that advice. So it looks like the advice I was given, it was not going to work. I really tried. I really tried to unclog this sink, and this was not working. And then all of a sudden, the sink just opened up and my problem was solved. Had I given up, had I wasn't sincere to begin with, the clog, I probably have to wait for a professional or whatever and spend $100, $200 for somebody to spend 5 minutes to come unclog my sink. But this is how it is with advice. When we present to the people our vision of Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign, and when we clearly show them that this is the best advice, some will pretend like they're interested, but they're not. That's why they're not willing to try. How are you going to say something do not work when you have not tried it, when you are not sincere in learning and acting upon the advice? So you don't know. Because you're not sincere, you never really took no effort to learn and see if it would work. The only thing you know is you don't like the vessel. You don't like where it's coming from. You don't care whether it worked or not. You're not Elijah Muhammad. You're not Noble Joe Ali. You're not Jesus. You're not Muhammad. You're not none of the things that I'm used to taking advice from. What the hell you know, Negro? This is our problem. But you have, for the last 50, perhaps even 100 years, you have practiced and you have taken the advice of these leaders and these organizations and these beliefs, and you have adopted their God. And now we're in 2024. What have they produced for you? Or is the sink still clogged? The sink is still clogged. That's not my fault. That's your fault because you don't want to take proper advice. And you don't want proper advice. And even when you say you would want advice or you would take in consideration, you are a liar. And so you sit here with your clogged ass sink, with the filth coming up out of the drain, and the grease and the hair, whatever it is that's clogging, still stuck in the pipes. There are those who want me to believe in God. And I took the advice. And it does not work. It does not work for me. It does not work for you. Why should I believe in God when your God cannot unclog the sink? Your sink is still clogged. You're still crying. You're still whimpering. You're still making excuses why God ain't did a damn thing for the black man. This God has done nothing for the black woman. So, brothers and sisters, in this country, the foundation of black American, your God, none of these gods, Yahweh, Jesus, Allah, whatever you want to call these gods, none of them have produced, none of them have unclogged the sink for us. You make excuses. When I was in the Nation of Islam, and I'm pretty sure even in Christianity, in religious teachings, even spiritual teachings in general, one of their narratives is watch the weather. God controls the weather, the cold and the heat. So now we are in the summertime when this video was made, and it's hot as hell, and there's forest fires all over the western United States, like usual. Every year there's forest fires burning something up, driving people out their homes. And in the wintertime there's blizzards and all kinds of cold and whatever. And you say your God is behind the earthquakes and the tornadoes and the blizzards and the forest fires. So the question is being raised. How does that help you unclog the sink? Plenty forest fires. And some of you have been evacuated out of the fire. Some of you have been in the tornadoes. Some of you have been in the blizzards and the hurricanes and the floods. Some of you who said that you believe in God, your God whooping your ass. Right along with the wicked. Your sink is still clogged. Explain that to me. Explain that to us. Explain it to yourself. You want to believe the lie. You want us to believe in God. And God cannot unclog the sink. What is our sink clogged with? Our sink is clogged with slavery. But the white man took care of that, not God. The white man had a civil war, and one of the consequences or one of the results was the end of physical slavery. Not mental slavery, physical slavery. Not freedom, because you're still enslaved. It's just a different form, just a different way. 300 years we prayed to God, and God did not unclog the sink. The slaves died, being hung, raped, and castrated, and God did nothing. And you want to keep hollering for this God. How are you? This don't even make any sense. Why would we keep requesting? Why would we keep hollering for something and it is not helping us? Why would we call the police and we know the police is not going to come? Why would we call the fire department when we know the fire department is not going to come, or the fire department is not capable of putting out the fire? Our sink is still clogged. What is our sink clogged with? Our sink is clogged with drive-bys from gang members with your own children that don't give a damn about the elderly or children or nobody. The only thing these gangs is interested in is material wealth. And they give all the money to white folks because we don't produce a damn thing. So they are willing to kill grandmothers, grandfathers, children, even your dog Scruffy, so they can buy the white man's Cadillac, the white man's gold chain, the white man's house, whatever white folks produce, because you don't produce a damn thing. Because your God ain't led you nowhere. The God has not unclogged your sink. God is on your side, and you screaming and begging for reparations. Over 100 years, you got nothing. Where's your God at? It's still clogged up in your sink. The only thing you ever got came from your enemy. Your God ain't gave you nothing. Your sink is still clogged up. What your sink clogged up with? Police brutality and poverty and unemployment, dysfunctional family. And God ain't doing nothing. You hate each other because I don't believe in Jesus. You hate each other because I don't want to be African. You hate each other because I don't want to be Aboriginal. You hate each other because I don't believe in Jesus. All this nonsense. What kind of God are you waiting on? And none of these issues have been solved by your God. You don't even know who the hell you are. Your God allows you to have an identity crisis. Are you black? Are you a soul brother and sister? Are you African? Are you a foundational black American? Are you a freedman? Are you a Hebrew Israelite? Are you a Jew? Are you some type of Native American? What the hell are you? Your sink is clogged. And all of you, or a good majority of you, you say that God is with you, but God got your sink clogged. Nobody wants to be around your plumbing when your plumbing don't work. When you take a dump and the turd is still there. How frustrating. How many of us have took a good old dump and you flush the toilet, it won't go down. It's clogged. Something is keeping your big brown your big brown cookie bar still, it won't go down. Nobody wants to be around dysfunctional plumbing. Nobody wants to be around dysfunctional people. Nobody wants to be around a dysfunctional God. Crazy ass people keep telling us what God gonna do, what God can say, and the turd still floating. It has yet to be flushed down. Your plumbing still clogged. Why isn't God helping you? It's either because God don't exist or God has no power. It's either one or the other. Either God don't exist or God has no power. And if God has no power, if you calling for God for help, God has no power, then God cannot unclog your sink. God cannot solve your problem. So for the last 100 years, for the last 400 or more years, since our ancestors, since we as a people, we have gravitated toward Allah, Jesus, Yahweh, whatever these gods are, your sink is still clogged. Don't tell me to believe in God when your sink is clogged. When God ain't did a damn thing for you. So how you gonna tell me, how you gonna tell us to believe in God when clearly with all the blizzards, with all the earthquakes, with all the whatever it is that you claim God is doing, it's not doing a damn thing to help you. Because God don't exist. And you can keep believing that nonsense if you want to. But it's quite clear. This sink is dysfunctional. This sink has a clog.
Black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody
in a state of emergency.
Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it goes.
Free your mind.
What, dear?
Cause I keeps it real like that. I keeps it real.
And I am also your soul brother, number one.
The soul train.
Prejudice. Wrote a song about it. Like to hear it? Here it go.
Free your mind.
Next thing you know, you're cussing and screaming and hollering. Because of the same type of questions you ask other folks, but you don't want to be asked. You need to watch yourself around folks that don't like questions. I don't mind questions because those questions make me stronger. You can show me my error, you can show me my imperfection, and I will try to fix it so I can walk better. Because I don't know it all. You know it all. That's why you get all upset and screwed up. How is this possible? How could I be wrong? Because that's life. There's nobody perfect. All human beings are capable of error, imperfection. I don't give a damn how long you've done it. You can believe in a lie for thousands of years. So what? It's still a lie. It don't make any difference. And we have discovered that. So what? But you have an arrogance. And you pompous. And you bougie. Nobody can tell you nothing. And that's why it hurts you so much. Your questions don't hurt me because I can accept my imperfection. I know I don't know it all. I know I cannot understand it all. I know I cannot comprehend it all. So I know I gotta fall back, but for me, you gotta show that it's logical, that it makes sense. It falls in the parameters of reality. I'm not gonna accept your spookism and your fairy tales and your fantasy. Your beliefs. And that's your problem. You keep trying to paint these beliefs as facts, and they're not facts. They're beliefs. I asked a question like this. I was just thinking about this question. I will bring it to the Nation of Islam. Or I would bring it to black folks in general, because a lot of them, they believe this, that the black man is the original man. The black man is the father of civilization. Many of you believe that. You say that. The original man. But common sense tell you that the original man had to be butt naked. The original man had to be somebody who was a hunter and a... Matter of fact, you brag about civilization, but civilization was the beginning of humanity become oppressive to itself. It was the beginning of taking your rights away from you. Because you have the right to water, you got to pay a bill. You shouldn't have to pay no bill. You should be able to go out in the forest and shoot you a deer, a possum, go out in the forest. Raspberries grow free in the forest. Even carrots. It's according to where you live. You can get free bananas in the forest. You got to pay for bananas. You got to pay for chicken. You got to pay for some eggs. You got to pay for electricity. You got to pay... Well, electricity is not natural anyway, but water, the necessities of life, you shouldn't have to pay for. But with civilization, it took your human rights away. And dominant people began to tell others what you should and should not do under their rule. And so they made civilization manufactured kings and queens. This royalty that turned corrupt, and instead of them serving the people, now the people serve them. And you want to brag about it. The only thing good about civilization is the technology. But as far as the human experience, it's a detriment to you. I can guarantee you the first human slave was a woman, the female, because they are weaker. You gonna serve me. Matter of fact, even in the old marriage vows, it said that your wife's supposed to serve you. They love that. And this female is oppressed all over the earth, even to this day. She's the #1 victim of crime all over the earth. Sex trafficking, rape, prostitution, whatever it is, women, even murder. Next to children. And it's been going on for thousands of years. And a lot of it is justified by these religions, not by God. These religions is made up by men who are anti-woman, put you in your place. And religion is used to justify racism because men want to put other men in their place. I'm the king of the mountain. So I'm the white man. I might not be the original man, but I'm the man that kicked you in your ass and put you down below me. I'm the superior one. So you might be the original man, but I'm the supreme. White supremacy. I'm the supreme man. So you can be the original if you want to, Negro. I'm the supreme. I'm the supreme man. Now how you like that? Your original don't mean a damn thing, because I'm supreme. So civilization created all this mess. I wouldn't go around bragging about it. And if you are the original man, you should be butt-ass naked, because that's the way the original people was. I can guarantee you nobody came into this life on this planet wearing no damn clothes. I have yet to see one baby come into this earth wearing clothes. That's man-made. That's a man-made concept. Most primitive people, most original people don't wear a lot of clothes. They might put a little something over their private parts a little bit. They run around basically butt naked. The civilized people are supposed to wear clothes. And who is more uncivilized than those who live in America. You got women walking down the street with no shame, with a piece of string up their backside and a little shorty short, and men ain't no different. You naked, your pants sagging, see your penis, your little penis dragging on the ground, all kinds of stuff. Y'all nasty and disgusting. You have the nerve to talk about somebody civilized. What's civilized about you? Go to any of these clubs or whatever, especially late at night. Oh, they really be getting down. They got the lights all dark. You ought to see the freakishness that goes on. Then you get up and go to church on Sunday. Praise the Lord. Fake ass country. Y'all holy and righteous. Why I cannot question you? So I bring that question up. Brother, you taking it the wrong way or whatever. How am I taking it the wrong way? You should say you are the original civilized man. Because you're not the original man. The original man, common sense tell you, the original man don't wear no damn clothes. You can say, I'm the original civilized man, not the original man. And the only people on this planet that science determines is probably the most original on the planet are the Twa or the Pygmy people. And the Maasai also is part of the original people. And they still live their original way. Woo! You the original man, but you don't live the original way. Folks don't want to hear this kind of stuff. I hope it's hot in your apartment, and I hope you burn up. We should question those who don't like questions. And so we always talking about revolution, and they always talking about liberation. But revolution and liberation requires change. And you don't want to change. You like being exactly who and what you are right now. How are you going to ask for a revolution? How are you? That's what liberation and liberation is. It's about change. If you're not going to change, you might as well just stay where you at. The only thing you're doing is getting rid of the oppressor, and now you become the oppressor because you have the same state of mind. You think the same way as your oppressor do. There's no difference. But even in your religious teachings, it talks about the change. And you must let go of the former things, because you're not going to need those things no more. Behold, I make all things new. We talk about that here on this platform all the time, and we're not religious, but we make all things new. What you don't understand, what it is to be new. Because you so obsessed with the old, you can't let go of the past. You so into the past, you can't even see the new. It's like a person who drive a car from 1985. They cannot let go of the 1985, and these new cars scare them. What's all this computerized stuff? I don't need all that. But that's what's happening now. This is not 1985. This is not 1960. This is not 1930. This is not 5000 BC. This is 2024 or the year 5000 or something, according to actual, if he really was recording actual time, it's actually almost 6,000 years or a little bit more or whatever. It's not 2,000 something. But the superior man is in charge, and damn it, he said it's 2024 based upon his fictional character called Jesus, damn it. I'm the superior. I'm the superior man. I don't give a damn what your original ass want. And so the Japanese go by 2024, and the Indians and everybody around the world go by 2024. Because the superior man is in charge. He kicked the original man ass. You don't like that. That's what has happened. And you are nothing but a chocolate-covered version of him. You don't want to hear that either. I don't care. All that blackity black, I'm the Pan-African, whatever. You ain't nothing but him. Because that's all you know. You don't know what it is to be an original nothing. You ain't never been original. You've been his pet. You've been his slave. You've been his slave more than you have been free. This is a fact. You don't want to be reminded of that. You want to put on this show like you all intelligent because you read some books or whatever. You ain't nothing but a pharaoh-ass slave running around the country trying to survive. Like a dog when you kick a dog out your house. Running around the neighborhood trying to survive. That's all you are. And Lordy, if you can live like the white man, even the most pro-blackity black, they so proud when they can live like white folks. I got a brand new TV. Snub Nub got a TV from 1917. Snub Nub drive a car from 1935. You want to beat them. I don't give a damn, because you didn't produce no TVs in 1935. You don't produce no TVs now. What the hell you bragging about? It's their stuff. You bragging about their crap. You ain't produced nothing. I can understand if you say, Angel, you using the white man's TV. We make our own TV. This our TV. You're not doing that. You telling me about something that you got from, what's his name? Tesla, GMC, Ford, or some Japanese brand, Kia, Hyundai. You don't produce a damn thing, original man. You come in here and you brag about what you got. Your diploma didn't come from your school. It came from their school, or they support your school. Said the wrong thing, they would take their funding away from Howard. These video by the North Koreans. Talk about how dumb Americans is. The only thing I could say, I couldn't say nothing. Because it's true. Americans are dumb. It's true. All these game shows and foolishness. Some of these people don't even know the capital of the state that they live in. Been living there all their lives. What's the capital of your state? Alaska? It's Alaska. Dumb. You got a public school system that just push dumb children, just graduate children, can barely read and write. Y'all want to brag, you don't want to change. You got to change. How do you expect a change, but you don't want to change? people, when you clean your house, you gotta wash your ass. It don't make no sense to wash the windows, clean your floor, get your beds together and all that, but you dirty and stanky. That don't make any sense. That means you gotta change with the house. The house is clean, you gotta be clean. Wash those children, wash the dog Scruffy. You got to change so everybody can be unified. We all clean. Because it don't make no sense that the house is clean and the people inside the house is dirty. I see it all the time. People wear beautiful clothes, and you look, when they open up the car door, they got trash, all kinds of garbage, baby diapers and potato chip bags all in the car. Like, damn, them some nasty folk. But they put on this facade like they all clean or whatever. Look at their car. That car is nasty and dirty. You see it all the time. It might be you. Might be you. This is what they don't like about Angel Snuff 7, because you live in the past. How you gonna ask for a change and you talking about going back to 1930, 5,000 BC, 100,000 years ago? The past is gone. The past is
everybody who is black and interested in black people, let us sit down and find out how we can get together in one direction against one enemy and accomplish this job overnight.
When soul singer and black activist Sam Cooke wrote the lyrics to his song, "A Change Is Gonna Come," it was very direct and to the point. With some changes to it, the song was still digestible. In the year 2019, black folks continue to go through the change rather than direct the change. A community activist named Taalik Ibn'rad has made an appeal similar to what Sam Cooke was asking for. A change. It's said that the meek shall inherit the earth. We ask when. When will the landlords give the meek a free lease? Mr. Ibn'rad is humbly asking for the state of Mississippi. This is Dusty Basement Studios, and we approve of this message.
the Mississippi campaign represents everything that you claim that you want. The beginning of an all-black independent nation, the ability to control your own resources, your politics, the law, be able to do your own thing for a chance, create an economy, create and produce goods that Africa or anybody on the planet would want. You're fake, you don't want to do nothing. 3 hours talking about the Mississippi campaign.
Euro swag, look at my pants. These ain't come from Africa, boy, they came from France. Eating like a bitch, got a full tummy. Y'all niggas pockets on Africa, Somali hungry. I'm moving past with my guys. Y'all still trying to wipe the flies off your fucking eyes. Send them in the mine, send them in the mine. Need more diamonds for my chain so that I can shine. My Nike's real, your Nike's Africa. Keep a lot of white girl like a bachelor. Getting in a lot of flips like a spatula. Then buying all Italian leather, no Africa. Fuck Africa. Fuck Africa. Send them in the... Yeah. Niggas gonna be mad at that, man. Fuck Africa, though. That's how I really feel. I don't even care. Nigga.
Hope you'll climb aboard next week on these same stations and you can bet your last money it's all gonna be a stone gas, honey. Always in parting, we're gonna wish you love, peace, and soul.
Peace forever and always. My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like at the king, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire at reality's temple. Reality's temple. My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like at the king, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire.
It's gone. Hopefully, we're supposed to be better as we go into the future. Your parents lived their time, and many of them are gone. But they wanted you to be better. They didn't want you to try to go back into the past and live and be them, because that's impossible. You can't do that. When we try to go out back into the past, they making a movie. Or it's for some kind of show. Some kind of party. I'm going to dress up like it's the 1970s. It was a show. What was the name? The Wayans brothers was in it. What was the name of that show? I think it was I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. I think that was the name of it. Remember that brother was walking through the street, had goldfish in his platform shoes. This is the 90s or the 80s or the 90s or whatever that movie was made. And he dressed up, what's his name? Antonio Fargas. He used to play Huggy Bear. He was dressed up looking like a pimp from the 1970s. Through the neighborhood, and people started laughing at him. Like, what the? Look how people laugh at the Hebrew Israelites. They come into the neighborhood, look like goat herders. They trying to dress up and act like people from the ancient past. They trying to copy. And people laughing at them. Trying to be something you never was. You never was a Hebrew Israelite in Africa some damn where. You was born in 1995. You never lived the 70s. You don't know nothing about it. Hell, I lived the 70s. I do not want to dress up like it's the 1970s. I don't want to do it. And I actually lived the 1970s. I don't want to do it. So they trying to take you into the past. They want to change, but change it back to the past. Whatever that was is over and done, y'all. It's done. You can't get it back. Many of us was 4 years old. Raise your hand if you was 4 years old. You can't go back and be 4 years old again. Many of us are not virgins no more. You can't go back and get it. Some of us wish we could. When we find out this sex crap it's overrated. Damn, I wish I had my virginity back. I shouldn't have messed with them damn people. They wasn't worthy of me. But it's too late. You can't go back and get your virginity back. Pan-Africanism, blackity black, all this black stuff, they want you to go backwards. They want you to do the moonwalk and go back into a past that we never lived. When we should be moving forward. They don't know how. They don't have any vision. They can't see the new. You will never be able to see the new because your ass stuck in the past. You cannot develop new technology. If civilization was thinking the way y'all do, we still be walking. Probably wouldn't even have the wheel. Because somebody got to think ahead. Somebody got to think different. That's over something they don't want to hear. They don't like questions. Beware of those who don't like being questioned. And your problem is you're too arrogant and you're too pompous to say, I don't know. I don't know. I never thought about it that way. Because you think you got it going on and you really don't. Regurgitating stuff that's not real, regurgitating stuff from people from 1930. That's all they knew. That's all they could comprehend. There was a lot of people that was born actual slaves was still alive in 1930. What do they know? We just came off the slave plantation. You have more days as a slave as you do as a free person than a Pan-African. How old is Pan-African? How old is the Nation of Islam? It ain't older than being on a slave plantation, huh? Is it older than being on a slave plantation? And in your current state of mind, 300 years from now, you ain't gonna do no better than the people that was on the slave plantation. That's the shame of it all. Yeah. That's the pathetic shame of it all. Some folks find me arrogant. Can you believe that? You think you will know it all. Can you believe that some folks think that I'm arrogant? There are people who talk a lot of trash, and I invite them here, they won't come. They talk a lot of trash. You know how it is, or how it was back in the day with Mike Tyson. There was a lot of people talking trash. What they gonna do to Mike Tyson? Until it was time to get in the ring. There's a lot of folks say they smarter than Angel Snup Nup 7. More intelligent, more articulate, more charismatic than Angel Snup Nup. What? Anyway, they're better. Until they get in the ring. When those guys got in the ring, they talk all that trash. But you saw when they got in the ring with Iron Mike Tyson, they start sweating. You could see their nerves shaking because they knew what they was facing. There's people who do the same thing with me. They run their mouth, talk all this crap, but they won't get in the ring. And if they do get in the ring, they bow down to the most powerful voice on YouTube. You gonna bow down. Because I'm on a higher level than you are. I'm not regurgitating a damn thing. I'm a living man. I'm not following dead folks. I'm not chasing spirits. I'm not getting no superpowers from the universe. God ain't did a damn thing for me. And if you think you better, bring your ass, get in the ring. So we've had a few folks that get in the ring. We have the videos. What happened to them? They fall. It's not my fault. They fall. One brother got so upset, you trying to prosecute me. I don't know you. So I'm not trying to persecute you. I'm putting your belief, I'm putting your opinion on trial. That's what's on trial, because I don't know you. I'm putting Hebrew Israelite teachers on trial. I'm putting Pan-Africanism on trial. I'm putting Nation of Islam on trial. Jesus Christ. I'm putting all these things that we are obsessed with. I'm putting it all on trial. And most of you cannot even represent. You ain't nothing but a puppet and a damn zombie. You don't know what the hell you believe in. I remember when I used to go to church, and I would go to the church, I would go to Sunday school, and I would give the Sunday school teacher problem. You know, asking questions, why is this, blah, blah, blah. And so the Sunday school teacher would have to take me to the big boy. That's why I was able to make friends with a lot of the preachers, because the Sunday school teachers, I would usually start in Sunday school, and the Sunday school teacher, I'm going to get my pastor, because, see, because they have a lot of faith in the pastor. They look up to the pastor. He's the man of God. He's the man of their knowledge. And of course, I have to show the pastor that he's not as smart. He don't know the Bible as he thought it would be. But a lot of preacher friends that I made, they didn't even trip off of it. We got along very well. I got along well with my pastors. Those were the older pastors. I don't know about these younger guys, but the older pastors used to try to practice peace and love and all that type of thing, and I was able to get along with them because they was trying to practice the love of Jesus Christ. These people run their mouth. They are violent, they are profane, they are hypocrites. You cannot get along with them no matter what they talk about. Now, so I say that because I have the nerve to say, what is it? What you got the nerve to say, man? What you got the nerve to say? These folks really get upset because I say, I am better than Jesus. I am better than Elijah Muhammad. I am better than Malcolm X. I am better than Dr. King. And the list goes on and on. Damn it, brother, you done crossed. Brother, you done crossed the line. Unsubscribe. I'm unsubscribing. You done crossed the line now. You done crossed the line now, bro. You better than Malcolm X? Oh no, oh no. Unsubscribe. Twin Pyramid, unsubscribe. Brother Tracy, unsubscribe. This nigga, I'm crazy as hell. He said he better than Malcolm. He better than Marcus Garvey. He better than Harriet Tubman. This nigga done gone flippity. I'm going to give you a simple reason why I say that. It's simple as this. Who is more powerful? A dead lion or a live dog? Which one is more powerful? we talking about, all these folks that we mentioned are gone. They have no power. They left certain wisdom behind. They can't go no further. It's the end. The live dog keeps making puppies. The dead lion makes nothing except stench. That's what the dead lion does. I don't care how powerful the lion was. Nobody cared what the lion did. But now the lion is dead. The only thing the lion is good for now is for the maggots, the dung beetles or whatever. The living dog continues to make puppies. The living dog continues to live. The dead lion will stay forever where it dropped. I am beyond Malcolm. I'm beyond Marcus Garvey. I'm beyond Noah Jolly. I'm beyond these, the Quran and the Bible. I'm beyond, because these are things from the dead. And I'm alive, and I express myself as the living. And as I'm living, I can change. I can change my forms. I can move from the left. I can move from the right. My comprehension skills is there. I can see. I can dance. I continue to move forward. But when you're dead, I don't care how powerful or how smart you think you was. Albert Einstein was one of the smartest men on the planet. It's over. His information stopped when he died. Maybe the progress trying to follow dead folks. The living following the dead. Yeah, I say that I'm greater. Bring your representatives that represent the dead. Y'all come here with your dead ass knowledge. Bring it here and see how long it stands. Because I already know what you're going to talk about. I already know how you are, because you're a grave digger. You're a grave robber. You love your grandparents, but you don't go to their grave to get any knowledge from them, because they're gone. You go to your parents who are living, where their parents supposed to have passed down some wisdom to them. But the parents supposed to add on to what grandma and grandpa done. They don't do and don't live the way our ancestors did in 1900. 1900, there was no radio, there was no cell phone, there was no computer. And you don't even want to live that way. You don't want to live that way. They don't even teach these children cursive writing anymore. Things change and we got to change. But we don't want to change. We want to stay the same way that we are. But what we are is what's keeping us in the grave. I challenge all these zombies. Yeah, I'm better. Because I'm alive. They're gone. It don't make no difference how powerful or how smart you think they was. How is it helping you? If it was helping you, you would have an argument. You're not even able to replicate. I'm gonna do a Dr. Umar Johnson. You're not even able to replicate. You're not even able to replicate what they done in 1930. That goes to show how pitiful your happy ass is. You can't even replicate what slaves did off the slave plantation. That show you how pitiful you are, Mr. Original Man. You ain't better than Elijah Muhammad. I'm not better than Elijah Muhammad. I'm not better than Marcus Garvey. I'm not better than whoever. Bring them here. I will come to you. Some of these people talk about, you wouldn't say that to Minister Farrakhan. And they pretend like they're going to, Minister Farrakhan don't give a damn about you. You can write a letter and tell him, it's this guy, think he's smarter than you, Minister Farrakhan. Could you please give him 2 or 3 minutes? Because smoking cigarettes make you feel good. Drinking beer make you feel good. Crack cocaine make you feel good. Meth make you feel good. The drugs give you pleasure. The drugs make you feel good. That's why they do it. The people suffer from low self-esteem. The people living in horrible conditions. Light bill, gas bill, rent. I'm not making enough money. All these children. Give me some beer. Give me some alcohol. Give me some liquor. Give me some weed. I gotta get away from this too much going on. 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 Dragon Manifest. Welcome to the Realist Tip on Earth, Dragon Manifest.
Thank you for having me, brother. This is an honor. When I first saw your channel, I said, oh, this is an ancestor that has most definitely returned. Yes, most definitely. This is not a new ancestor. This is an old ancestor. You could hear, you could feel the ancestors through you. You know, most people probably say, what is he talking about?
Right.
They don't get it. You gotta be on that level.
If you say that I'm divine and I'm a prophet, where the hell did your ass go to? Why aren't you heeding the call? Since I'm a prophet, since I'm divine. Some people, excuse the language, some people just like talking out their ass. 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 That's what they like to do.
My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving.
Good evening, soul brothers and sisters. This is Tangi Cox, the Black Sheep, and I am propositioning you to entertain just a little while of being in reality. And this is gonna hurt soul sisters and brothers because a lot of us cannot accept reality. I empower you to, for 1 year, to subscribe to the Reality Temple on Earth. And at the end of 12 months, draw your conclusion of what have you learned in that amount of time. I empower you. You will never, ever, ever think, feel, or entertain nonsense ever again, period. I would like to see my soul sisters and brothers awaken. This requires time. You need to spend about a year watching researching, and looking. The reality temple on earth is life-changing, and I stand on that.
And show him that he ain't all that. He's not going to respond. Tariq Nasheed is not going to respond. Sanetta is not going to respond. What's his name? The Moorish guy. What's his name? I forgot what his damn name is. The Moorish temple guy. None of these people are going to respond. They know what they're coming up against. Even my old suckers. Bring your happy ass here. Then you want to try to show off. You think for some reason you think that you've gotten something. You don't want none of this. Because I'm the new. You the old. You represent the dead. In the Nation of Islam, we used to teach, because you are alive, that a fruit of Islam, you have to be fast moving, quick thinking, all right down to the modern times. Not right down to 1930, 5,000 years ago, right down to the modern times, today. I'm confident because I'm alive, dealing with dead folks. Trying to live in a past that you never lived. The only thing they can do is get upset. The only thing they can do is unsubscribe. That's all you can do. Dead ass. I want to be humiliated. If I'm wrong, I want to be shut down. I want to be humiliated. I want to be shut down. I want to be embarrassed. I want that. I want to. Look. I'm going to say this and we're going to go get into our main topic and get the hell out of here. I used to play basketball pretty good until I got old and fat. I mean, I was whooping up on some folks. I was whooping up on folks so bad, I start cheering against myself. I got tired of me winning all the time. So I want you. I want to be beaten. I want you to shut my mouth. I want you to humiliate me. Hey, 226, J226. I want to be humiliated. I want somebody to break me down. You're not going to be able to do nothing with me in your current situation. If anybody is able to do that, it's because they're on a higher level, on a newer level than I am. But I know dead folk ain't gonna do a damn thing with me. I already know dead folks ain't gonna do nothing with me. And see, a lot of folks don't like Angel Snuffing Up 7, but I can guarantee you, if you was in a court of law, you would be happy to have me on your side. Because in a court of law, they only deal with facts. They only deal with logic. They don't care about your belief. They don't care about what you assume. They don't care about speculation. In the court of law, they deal with your factual evidence. The majority of the time, of course, that's what they're supposed to deal with. But we who have actually dealt with the system, we know how that go. But that's the premise. So I welcome and I want even the folks from the past. If you think you got it going on like that, I want you to come and humiliate. I want you to embarrass. I want you to destroy my information. Talking about my old computer, talking about my shirt, talking about my bald head, that is not destroying my information. Destroy the ideology of the reality's temple on earth. Every time they attack Angel Snubbing Up 7, they try to attack me as a person. You never hear them try to attack the reality's temple on earth. They never do. They never attack my information. And none of them have challenged Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. The only thing they say is, when y'all going to the same old dumb stuff. When y'all going to Mississippi? Same old dumb ass stuff. Which we never said that. That's a distraction tactic. How are you going to argue? How are you going to debate with somebody that you don't even know? You don't know nothing about. You don't know where I'm coming from. See, I can debate you because I have a basic knowledge if I don't know all this stuff y'all talking about. But you don't really know me. And you don't even comprehend reality. So how can some suckers caught up in spookism and some ideology from 1930, what you gonna do with me? You can't do a damn thing with me. So I can say that. If you don't think I'm better or more intelligent than dead folks, you become their representative and you show me your dead man is smarter and better than me. Our brother Denzel in the house. See, so it's leading to the conversation about reparations. And I say the smartest way to achieve that goal is within the confines of Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. That's the only way you're going to be able to accomplish that goal. All the other things that you have been trying don't work. Some of our people have been trying to get reparations since the fall of slavery. Since the end of slavery. These people have not gave you 1 penny. There are certain cities and towns across this nation, they have taken upon themselves to try to do a little something for reparations. But really, see, that's not their responsibility. It's the responsibility of the United States government. It's the responsibility of the United States government because they allowed this. They benefited. They made the laws. They benefited from this. It's their responsibility. It's not a small town in Chicago or I heard LA want to do something. It's not. This is federal responsibility. And they ain't listening to you. They haven't gave you 1 penny and you've been asking for reparations 100 years. Asking There's nothing wrong with asking for reparation. But when you can see clearly that they're not going to give you nothing, then your asking turns into begging. Because they told you, I'm not going to give you nothing. And begging, it becomes embarrassing. Why the original man who built the universe and did all this stuff that y'all claim, but you can't get reparations? Mr. Original Man. Taalik Nasheed is so smart, you ain't gonna get a dime. Dr. Umar Johnson so smart, Louis Farrakhan, all these smart ass folks, you ain't get a dime in reparation. How many conferences y'all done had? Let's have a reparation conference. Every week y'all have a conference on reparation. Wasting money, wasting time. You ain't gonna never get it. Like EnVogue said, you're never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never get it, you're never gonna get it. You have to be smart. You don't have a military. It's like a small guy dealing with somebody with big muscles, and if you're a small guy, you're going to have to think differently. Because this guy is more powerful than you. He's taller than you. He's bigger. He's stronger. Brain over brawn. These people, they look smart or they act smart, but they're nothing but brawn. Why do you think they need all these nuclear weapons? Because they're not smart. So they gotta have all these weapons and tanks and things, because they're not smart. They have no brains. You have to use your brain. You have to be smart. You have to, it's like martial, this don't make any sense. It's like martial arts. In martial arts, they teach you when you facing a strong opponent. I don't care how strong, how big a person is. Everybody has weak points. Strike the eyes, the throat, the ears. There's other places, the solar plex, kneecaps. It's different parts of the body, nerve centers that you can hit. And they're going to go down. You don't think that way. You got to look, okay, look at America. What is their weak point? Out of all these teachings, you never hear them teach what is the weak point. What is it that we can hit? And they'll go down. You never hear them talk like that. They talk like they big and bad and God gonna do this. They talk like you talk and act like you have nuclear weapons and AK-47s and all that. You don't. These folks live in fantasy world. Actually, they talk all this to sell you so they can make money off your ass. Because you're not getting reparations, but you giving them all your money and ain't getting a damn thing in return. You're not going to get reparations begging these people. You got to be smart enough to take what you want, whether they like it or not. And that's what Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign is. That's what it's about. Using their law, using the tools that they give you to get what you want. And there's nothing they can do about it unless they go against themselves. And whatever they do, look, let me tell you something about real scammers. These real scammers, they know how to look at the law and find ways around stuff. And it's legal. I heard Donald Trump, some of his people, they was talking about, you know, that's what rich folks do. What they call it? The loophole. Find the loopholes. And see, the Black Panthers was on the right, they were on the right road. But they got caught up in all this, get a gun, I'm gonna shoot somebody. You're not in no position to do nothing like that. Let's get all these guns. They use all that to destroy them. But Huey P. Newton, those brothers, found the loophole so they can carry their weapons. There was nothing they could do about it. That's where they needed to concentrate. Find the next loophole. But no, you fell into these people's trap. You fell into this trap, I gotta be tough. How you gonna be tough with lint in your pocket? That's what it's about. Find the weak point. Oh, perfect example. And some of you brothers are guilty. I'm guilty. You know, women use their womenness to get over on men. She might have $1,000 in her pocketbook. All think she got to do is show a little breast, show a little booty. Could you get that? Your mind all on her booty and all on her breasts and sure, baby, I helped you out. She probably got $1,000 in her pocket. She don't need your help. But she know that's some of your weakness. Even little children. Some of the little children know they cute or whatever. They use their little cuteness. Can I get that toy? And they know how to smile. They know how to move their little eyes. You say, oh, okay. They ain't supposed to have it. But you mess around and fall, and you weak over this child. Look, even dogs do it. Dog put his paw on your leg, rub up against you. Can I have another biscuit? You know the dog want another biscuit. Well, you ain't supposed to have a biscuit, but the dog know your weakness. Everything has a weakness, y'all. And that's all we got to do is concentrate on these people. I don't care how strong you are. A lion has a weakness. An elephant has a weakness. The biggest building, when they blow up buildings, they put those explosives in certain parts of the building, the weak points, to bring that whole big old building down. Now, if I'm talking crazy, y'all, please put in the chat room so I can shut the hell up if I'm talking some crazy stuff. I feel as though it's not crazy. I'm telling you, I'm just breaking it down real. Now, just because you don't know the weak points, just because you don't know how, don't make me crazy. The reason why I'm talking to you and I'm not locked up in the crazy house, because I found the weak points. I found the weak points in myself because I had to get up out of that crazy pro-blackity black thinking. Stupid. And I had to find the weaknesses in my opponents. It's like when you playing chess and your opponent makes one move. And see, when you're playing chess or checkers, you got to think about, okay, if I go over here, what they gonna do? So you got to think ahead, okay? If I do this, what is gonna be his response?
certain call when the world must come together as one.
It's the truth. It's actual. Everything is satisfaction.
He's heading your way again. Uncle Remus, the immortal storyteller in Walt Disney's honored motion picture classic.
Now that's the kind of day when you can't open your mouth without a song jump right out of it. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Singing a song, a song, a
and that is Brother Taalik from the Reality Temples on Earth channel. And if you get a chance to subscribe, please do subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. You know, he's doing good work, and he wants to do good constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance.
There's been so many things that's held us down, but now it looks like things are finally coming around. I know we've got a long, long way to go, and where we'll end up, I don't know. But we won't let nothing hold us back. We're putting our show together, we're polishing up our act. And if you've ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore.
Hope you'll climb aboard next week on these same stations, and you can bet your last money it's all gonna be a stone gas, honey. Always in parting, we're gonna wish you love, peace, and soul. to jam with us next week on these same stations. And you can bet your last money it's all going to be a stone gas, honey. I'm Don Cornelius, and as always in parting, we wish you love, peace, and silver.